Growing Labradoodle puppies. These Australian Labradoodles are 5 weeks old, and in today's video we're going to watch them playing. We're going to talk about what is in their room. We're going to talk a little bit about getting weaned, and we're going to talk about what is safe when you take your puppy home in terms of play dates and places to socialize. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and these are our medium Australian Labradoodle puppies from the Kaleidoscope litter. And these puppies are 5 weeks old today. We don't have Mama Orca in with us because we started the weaning process. So just what does that mean? Well, that means Mama Orca is no longer spending the night with the puppies. You'll remember it wasn't that many weeks ago that we were getting up every few hours to feed the puppies when Mama Orca was on antibiotics and didn't have safe milk for them. Then we worked like crazy to get our milk production back in when it was safe to feed the puppies, and now here we are already starting to reduce her milk production so that the puppies can be weaned. So how do we know when to wean them? When is the right time to wean a puppy, or does it even matter? Well, there's a couple of factors at play here. First of all, we want the puppies to have most of their teeth through because, of course, they're going to need to eat. And if they're going to eat solid food, which in Van Isle Labradoodle's case is all raw food, they need to have some teeth. They need to be able to get through that food. Second of all, we wait for Mama Orca to tell us. Usually it's a combination of the puppies and the Mama Labradoodle telling us. What happens is the puppies start to complain a bit that they're not getting enough milk production, and Mom is starting to be a little hesitant about nursing. She starts to stand up to nurse rather than lie down, and that's because those teeth that these guys have now, they are razor sharp. They're like little piranhas right now. And I can tell you I have my shoes on today, which I don't normally, because those little teeth on my toes are very uncomfortable. I have a few little bruises on my hands already from spending time with them as they chew on me. So this is why when you take your puppy home, it's really important you have all of the right things to offer your puppy so that they know what is appropriate and isn't for chewing on. Right at the moment, I'm letting them mouth me and chew on me. They're actually biting me because they first of all have to learn this is what skin feels like in my mouth. This is what skin tastes like in my mouth. Then we can start to tell them that no, that is not an appropriate thing to go in your mouth. Instead, we want you to put something like this ball in your mouth. But they can't learn what's right unless they know what's wrong. They don't understand the difference between your hand and a toy until you teach them. So we're the lucky ones who get to go through that process of letting them bite our hands, our clothes, and our toes before they go home with you, and we are able to have them already on their way to understanding what the difference is between what is and isn't okay for your puppy to be chewing on. So if you'll look in the room today, you'll see there's some different toys from what you've seen before. So over at the far end is an orange and gray braided rope toy. That's a chipmunk. And you can see there's a long tail and then there's a body. The tail is looser and the body is more firm. So that means that there's lots of resistance there for the puppies. Their jaws and their teeth are strong enough now to go into something that needs resistance. And if you watch what they're doing right here with my shoes, they're chewing on my shoes. And of course my shoes are fairly hard for them to be able to bite through. So instead they usually end up chewing on my shoelaces. Again, we're teaching them here that they learn this, and then we'll teach them later that that's a no, not a yes. And then you'll also see there's the snake. The snake has the sort of fuzzy, furry feel to it. That's a little bit of a softer thing for them to work their teeth out on. And then there's this old twisted rope here right in front of my feet. I don't know how many centuries old that is, but that is a really great toy, because they can both be holding on to it, or two of them can be holding on to it and playing a tug of war with one another. And then the best of all is one another. Like you can see Purple and Pink, they're playing with each other and they'll chew on each other. And now what we hear is quite a few squeals of protest. And when we hear those squeals, it's because somebody's biting an ear or the soft side of their mouth, and it hurts. And that's how they learn bite inhibition. That's their first step towards understanding what is and isn't too much pressure. Now the other thing that you'll see here in their room is that we have a wobble board here. Now the wobble board is here to teach the puppies balance, and it also provides them with an experience with something that's unexpected. So when they're on the wobble board, they have to really work at balancing, and the first few times they go on it, they fall over and they're kind of wiggly on it. I'll just see if maybe I can get Orange Collar here to give us a demo. We'll just put him near it, see if he'll go on it. Whoops, sorry there, buddy. We'll just let him explore it. So sometimes the first few times all they do is just put their paws on. There you go. He's all the ways on it now. You can see he's perching on it, but you can also see he's got enough confidence that it doesn't scare him. He was still looking towards the snake and interested in that. Now we got Pink Collar's going to walk across it and just go, oh yeah, well that's different. So we put these things in the middle of their regular pathway so they don't have any option other than to experience it. Because if we were to have it in a great big open area, they would just avoid it. So we want to make it so that it's a natural part of their day, so that they do this thing where they're experiencing something different, something new, and something that requires them to use different skills. So right now nobody's going to go on it, but I can tell you in a week we'll have puppies on there and they'll be pooping on there, because for some reason it's inordinately exciting if you have to wobble and balance and poop at the same time. It's always fun to watch. I have no idea what's involved in their heads when they go through that, but they do like to do that. And then closer to the front you'll see is this beat up black plastic rubber bowl. So what that is a feed bowl for horses. If you have a horse, you put grain in there when you're graining them when they're little, or for a treat. And this is, again, to provide the puppies with a different experience, something that they can climb in and out of, sit in, and just feel like, okay, this is something new. Again, it's just all part of the socialization process. Socialization, a lot of people think, is meeting new people and new dogs. It has nothing to do with that. That might be part of it, but the main thing is new experiences. It doesn't have to be a person or a dog. The bowl and the wobble board are excellent examples of socialization for your puppy, because what we're doing here is having them go through new experiences, things that make them respond in a different way and be comfortable with it. So that's the purpose of all of these things. The grain bowl, what we'll do is leave it this way for a bit, then we'll put it upside down so they can stand on top of it, sit on top of it, make themselves taller. Height is power to dogs, so they like to be the king or the queen of the feed bowl there. So that's another thing that we will do in just a little while. And then we have 3 of these bowls, so we'll intermittently have more than one here. We'll end up finding that, just a minute, I just got to check and make sure no one's eating my microphone cord here. Nope, she's not, he's not. We will have sometimes none, sometimes all three, and what you'll end up finding is that two of the puppies will curl up in the feed bowl together and sleep in there. They'll enjoy that. Now you'll also see there's quite a cluster of puppies around the crate here. There's a couple of puppies who are trying to sleep while the others are playing. So this is another development at week 5. They're not all on the same schedule anymore. Well, they stick pretty much to the same schedule. Now we'll find there's puppies who are really lively, like Oranges right now, wanting to play and wanting to do things. And then we have other puppies who are trying to nap. I can see Yellow Collar is in there, and I think it's Purple Collar that he's sleeping with. And so that's just a normal part too. As the puppies get older, they start to develop their own rhythms and their own schedules. So that's part of the reason why when we send your puppy home to you, we'll tell you what their sort of schedule is, what works for them, what type of dog they are. And then that's what we build on. If you've got your puppy enrolled in our Head Start program, then we'll do that even more. We will give you more of a rundown on what does and doesn't work with your puppy, because we'll have an opportunity to see them individually and get to know them on their own. So now the other thing is they are all going outside. They're outside as much as possible. That's where they'd rather be all the time now. We're still learning the doggy door. A couple of them have managed to figure out how to get inside. Nobody's quite mastered getting outside yet. They're knowing they have to stand up and push on the door, but right now what usually happens is they fall over backward. And Purple and Yellow Collar are smaller, so when they go out, they tend to get high-centered a bit, and they have to do a little extra poof of energy to get over there. Purple's got that figured out. Yellow still likes to have a helping hand when he wants to go out the doggy door, and we're helping them through. So everybody's going at their own pace. Everybody's really enjoying being outside. There's a slide outside, some playground equipment for kids, and they all are really enjoying exploring that and going down the slide. They can go up and down all on their own. So that's lots of fun for them. And then the other thing you'll notice this week is a little bit of a difference in their appearance. And Pink Collar Girl is a really good example of that. So if we look at her and we see that, oh, what is this? Did she just have a bad hair day here? And what's all this going on here? And what is this devil horn that's appearing? Well, this is because her coat is starting to what we call lift. So when the puppies are born and up until now, they've looked like they have a lab coat. It's been flat, and you haven't seen any of that fluffiness that ALDs are so well known for. No curls, no waves, no fluff, just all flat stuff. So now what's happening is this beautiful lifting is occurring, and this is what gives your ALD puppy that incredibly adorable teddy bear look, where they have that beautiful full fluffy coat. So that is just starting with them all. And that, like opening their eyes and everything else, will go at a different pace for each puppy. So you can see Orange Collar here, he's got some of the lifting going on lower in his body, a little bit at the top of his ears, and none on the top of his head, not quite as much around his head as Pink Collar Girl has here. And I'm not sure who this is behind me here. Let's see who you are. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, it's Purple. It's not purple in the crate. It must be red. Hi, honey. How you doing? Whoops. I just got to look out for your sister. And you can see on Purple, she's still pretty much looking like a lab. And the only thing she's really got going on here are the little beginnings of her devil horns. Does that mean you won't bite me as much, because you're less of a devil? So that's what the puppies have been up to this past week. These sort of sub-behaviors will now just continue to grow and be built on. We will see their personalities to continue to emerge more more on an individual basis. Now, last week in the video, I said that the family visit was last weekend, which was wrong. I have my calendar mixed up. It's this weekend, this coming Saturday, that is our family visit. And this is always a wonderful opportunity for us to observe the puppies with the families and see how they respond. Now, these guys have been really fortunate to have some extra time with people over the past week. So we have both Raven and Kinsey who are in season, and so they're here to have their honeymoons. And so when their guardians bring them, along with the guardians for their stud partners, they come and spend time with the puppies. So they've had lots of time with that, exposure to different people, and we've also got 4 guardian families visiting regularly, and when our guardian families visit their dog, they also like to go and visit all the other puppies. And then I can also tell you that last night we had a family dinner party. We had a couple of friends and some family over, and Mr. Orange Collar and Mr. Blue Collar and Mr. Yellow Collar all enjoyed coming out for a brief visit with the people. So that was their first opportunity to be completely removed from their litter mates and nowhere near their home. And so observing their reactions to that is all part and parcel of the assessment that we do on the puppies when we're getting ready to match them with you. So we are looking forward to seeing you all on Saturday. There is Mama Orca. She's cruising around checking to see what's going on. You can see there's some toys over on the floor there. That's because we were changing them out. The puppies do get the toys dirty in a remarkably quick time. So the dog laundry is always on the go around this house. And so we hope you enjoyed our update. Please take a moment to post a comment if you can, or give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And we will see as many of you as are able to attend on Saturday. And that will be our family visit. And we look forward to seeing you then. If you're not here in person, then we will see you on Zoom. Thanks so much for watching.